Broadly speaking, there are two types of individuals who sell to a private equity firm. First is the person who doesn't give a shit. Second is the person who cares very deeply. So for the first person, the sale to a private equity firm is just a means to an end. It's an entire change of control. This might be an individual who's getting up in years and just wants to retire, hires an advisor, goes out to a full process. In the competitive process, the private equity firm prevails as the highest bidder. Now, the private equity firm might look at this and say, well, we don't necessarily need this seller as CEO. We've got an operating partner we can bring in. We've got a CEO we can recruit. So this person's able to sell the business, take all their cash up front or roll a very small portion, transition over a relatively short period of time. So it might be 6 months, might be 12 months, might be 18 months. But at the end of the day, this person gets the cash in the bag, walks away, doesn't have to worry about the business. Now, the majority of us are folks who care very deeply about the business and might use private equity as a tool to not only diversify our wealth, but magnify that. So for example, we might sell 70% of the business today. So we take the proverbial chips off the table, cash is in the bank, we can deploy it elsewhere. Now we've diversified the wealth that we have locked up in our business. And then we can roll some equity, it might be 20%, 30%, 40% into NewCo. So this is in partnership with the private equity firm. And in those cases, I find that sellers fall kind of on a broad spectrum. Some want absolute control of their business, and they want private equity to come in as kind of a relative silent partner. Others are more interested in diversifying their day-to-day life. So, I've been CEO. Now I want to be a figurehead or a spokesperson. I want another operator to come in. And then some folks want to really just step back and be on board. And as we talked about in the private equity survival guide, the most important thing that you can do at the onset is determine what it is you want to do. What are your goals and objectives? Are you person one, you just want to take cash and run? Then private equity might work for you, but that's not where you want to focus your efforts. You want to focus your efforts on a competitive sale process. And if the private equity happens to be the highest bidder, then boom, you're done. But if you're looking at this saying, hey, I might have 5 or 10 more years in me, and I have built an interesting business, but I don't have the same sort of access to capital that my competitors have. I don't have the skill set and experience to do a lot of add-on acquisitions, but I know a lot of potential targets I could go out and buy. I might need to upgrade my financial systems and bring in a slightly better CFO that I have right now, which is really just a glorified bookkeeper and accountant. Private equity might be a phenomenal way for you to accomplish those goals, all the while diversifying some of your wealth, as well as putting you in a position, instead of owning a business that's worth $100 million 5 years from now, it might put you in a position to own a sliver of a $750 million business 5 years from now. Unlike this first group of people where the focus is the headline price, in this group, the focus isn't on the headline price, it is on the partner. And that's what we're going to focus on today. Here at Potomac, we love to kill it for our clients. And I think that education is the cornerstone which allows our clients to make the best decisions for themselves. The more you can understand about the nuances of how strategic acquirers work, how the operations of private equity firms work, and the psychology and the tactics of an M&A transaction, the better you're going to be when it comes time to pull the trigger. If you own a business and you're being contacted by strategic acquirers, search funds, private equity firms, and you're trying to size up what you might do, take a step back and give us a call. We'll help you forge a plan, whether that exit is a year from now, 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. We'll help you think through a plan that is specifically tailored to your financial goals and objectives. So please contact us directly. I've put a link to the contact form in the description of this video, and you can also contact me directly on LinkedIn. Again, you can click on the link below to download the questions you should ask private equity. This is a culmination of 20 plus years and billions of dollars in transaction with private equity. And these are the questions that I recommend clients ask private equity firms before they do a transaction. It's probably something you're not going to want to miss. Further, if you got value from this video, you're not going to want to miss what we have coming up here in the coming weeks. We'll be doing the valuation masterclass. We'll be kicking off the buy-side M&A masterclass, and we've got a lot more to say on private equity. And feel free to share this masterclass series with somebody who you think might benefit from it. Again, I'm Paul Giannamore. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next one.